everyone, welcome back to Talking Reds, and it is Merseyside derby time. It is Merseyside derby time in just an hour's time, and the teams are out. Liverpool play Everton in their final chance to face them at Goodison Park, their final chance to play them at Goodison Park, and hopefully go 9 points clear. A win tonight for the Reds would send us 9 points clear, and certainly in the driving seat for the Premier League title. But it's not an easy game tonight. Whether we like it or not, it's not an easy game. Goodison Park, we haven't won since 2021 at Goodison Park. And David Moyes is back, 3 wins on a bounce for the Blues. So it's going to be a difficult one tonight for the Reds. It's going to be a difficult one. But if we can get through it with a win, somehow I don't care about the performance right now. If we don't perform, it's fair enough. As long as we get the result, get the win, get 9 points clear, and we have pretty much got one handle on that Premier League title. And making it 20, joining Man United on 20. So, yeah. So, the teams are out, everyone. I will just 1 second. I'm just going to get in to have a look. The teams are out. So, no McAllister in the starting 11. I don't think. 1 second. That has not changed up then, has it? Let's have a look. Contradiction things here. We've got live score saying one lineup and other people saying another. So there is McAllister in the starting lineup. I do apologise for that. I don't know. I'm going to find out who's Twitter page that one more. So yeah, McAllister is in the starting lineup. Bradley at right back as well. We know Trent Alexander-Arnold obviously not fit enough to start the game tonight. Certainly mixed the bench, which is fantastic news. In case we do need Trent, he is on the bench. So the starting lineup for the Reds is as follows. Alisson Becker in net, Andy Robertson at left back, Kanate Van Dijk, Conor Bradley at right back, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz. Pretty much a strongest 11 and probably the 11 that everyone probably expected to play tonight. We did rest, obviously, the big guns at the weekend against Plymouth. Punished for it is what it is. We're out of the FA Cup, but now we need to concentrate on the league. Champions League coming up as well, but make sure we get these 3 points tonight, because if we let that weekend game affect elsewhere, affect the Premier League, affect other things as well, and then it's not going to look good at all for Liverpool. But let's bounce back immediately. People will forget the weekend results against Plymouth if we win tonight. I'm absolutely certain of that. If we win tonight, people will forget that Plymouth result. Get that 3 points, get that 9 points clear, and let's go win this title. That's what I want to see tonight for Liverpool. Going through the Everton team, then obviously Pickford in net, O'Brien at right back, Tarkowski, Branthwaite, Mikalenko at left back, Gehi, Garner, James Garner, Lindstrom, Decore, Ndiaye, and Beto up front. So Beto has been a player that he hasn't really gone good at Everton yet, as of yet. He did get a goal the other week. And if anyone's probably going to get the best out of Beto, it probably would be David Moyes. Like I said, David Moyes has turned around his Everton side, has started to show a little bit more of a fight in Everton. Everton look like possibilities for going down this season before David Moyes. And David Moyes has given them that kick up the backside they have needed. And I sort of expected it with David Moyes, because he's a top quality manager. It didn't really work out at West Ham. It got him a European Cup, but then eventually it started to go backwards a little bit, West Ham. But David Moyes is a quality manager. He was always going to go into that Everton team and sort of sort it out a little bit and sort of get him on the right path. But yeah, I do think it's going to be a tricky game tonight. With Decore is definitely the player I'm looking at in terms of really opening up our defence, if anyone. If you are watching it, get involved. Let us know your predictions. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's game. Are you nervous about tonight's game, Liverpool fans? Are you nervous about the Merseyside derby? The last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, which is going to be a special occasion, which means Everton will be up for it. The crowd will be up for it. The fans will be up for it. The players will be up for it. The manager will be up for it. And that's what makes it extra hard for Liverpool to go and really get a good result tonight. I think we can go definitely and smash them if we play like we can. But it depends how we start, I think, tonight. I think it depends how we start. Like I said, the crowd and the players will be certainly up for it from minute one. If we can quieten that crowd, if we can get a control of the game, which Arne Slot likes to do anyway, likes to get a control of the game, that's our number one target, is to control games. If he can do that, maybe sneak an early goal in there in the first half, 20, 30 minutes, then that's where Liverpool can further then control the game and go further ahead, because it's quietening that crowd. That home crowd tonight is going to be something else. Last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. You don't get any, more special than that for the Everton fans. And what a better game for them to start a rot for Liverpool, start a little bit of a puncher in the tyre. That's what they want to do tonight. They want to be a little nail on the floor to puncture the tyre, and we can't let that happen. We've got to go around it. We've got to make sure we come out tonight with 3 points. I don't care what about the performance. I've always wanted improvement in performance anyway when it comes to Liverpool. I'm always wanting good performances, but I don't think it matters. I think we just need to get that result tonight. Get that result, get the 3 points, and get 9 points clear, and let's go win the title. But yeah, like I said, it is pretty much the first 11 Liverpool. I think everyone at home probably expected. Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Bradley, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Gakpo, and Diaz. So the bench for Liverpool. Let's have a look at the bench. Let's see who could change the game. It is pretty much a strong bench. Kelleher, Tsimikas, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Hopefully we see Trent tonight a little bit. See a bit more Trent tonight. Hopefully, if we don't have to rely on him, but it would be nice to see him tonight. Joao Quansah, Endo, Jones, Elliott, Núñez, and Jota. And it doesn't surprise me that no one really from the weekend is starting, because that game was probably needed for Slot to see, look, this backup isn't good enough. If I'm absolutely honest, I think Slot did the right thing by resting the big guns at the weekend against Plymouth. I think the only slight mistake he made, if he made any mistakes, was maybe not to have one or two of the big guns on the bench in case the worst case scenario did happen, which it did in the end, to turn the game around. Just when you're bringing along Núñez, you're not going to change the game, most likely. So it would have been nice for him to have maybe one or two players on the bench, the first teamers at the weekend. But it is what it is. I think he did the right thing by resting these players, because we have got Premier League, and that team on Sunday should have been good enough to beat Plymouth. And it's absolutely exposed. It's absolutely shown our depth is incredible, as people might want to believe it is. It's not incredible. In certain areas, it is. Obviously, we've got Bradley and Trent at right back. We've got brilliant keeper options. We've got a free-class defenders, but also we've got Quansah that's not really hitting heights. Gomez, the other class defender, is always injured. Again, he got injured at the weekend. Midfield, it's not incredible in the back. If we lose Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and McAllister, Jones is on and off. Harvey Elliott hasn't really been hitting heights this season as I wanted him to. It sort of started well after his injury, but in recent games he's not been playing at the level that we should do. Endo's not really been that level, not Liverpool level. I just think he's been incredible for what he was and what we bought him for. And I think he's been incredible to go centre-back position as well. Shout out to Endo for doing that, for being so versatile and going to a centre-back position when we've needed him. But like I said, apart from really up front, we haven't really got an incredible depth in a couple of positions. And it showed against Plymouth on Sunday. Absolutely showed. Absolutely showed. These weren't academy players, as people keep saying. We played the kids. We didn't play. We played two kids. We played two academy players, and we got forced to play another one because of Gomez coming off. That's all we played. Those players on Sunday against Plymouth were either been in the first team in recent games or in and around the first team. They've only been on the bench, and they've got first team minutes, plenty of them this season. Diaz, one of them, is playing tonight again. So when I see Liverpool fans this weekend saying like, "Oh, we only play kids, we only play academy," you just line out your backside. You line out your backside. That was our depth. What played on Sunday against Plymouth was our depth, was our squad depth, and a first teamer in Diaz. That's what it was. A couple with Trey Ione and McConnell. And I felt sorry for Trey Ione and McConnell. They both didn't play really well at all. Especially Trey Ione. I was surprised how bad he was. But he wasn't surrounded by anyone that was stepping up. So, these youngsters need that sometimes. And these are talented players. McConnell and Trey Ione are absolutely talented individuals. We've seen them play well at Liverpool. We saw them last season play well at Liverpool. And I'm excited to watch the development of those two specifically. And Rio, I'm surprised we didn't see Rio at the weekend. But the rest of the senior players, the rest of the players on the pitch on Sunday, let them down and let us down massively. And I think it absolutely exposed this incredible squad depth we're meant to have when we really don't. We really don't. I think we have. And when I see other rivals fans saying we've been lucky with injuries, I think we have in terms of certain positions. We have had a lot of injuries, by the way. Jota's been in and out. Alisson got injured for quite a while. Trent's been injured. We have had injuries. You know, Gomez has come back, got injured. Kanate was out for a bit. We've had to play Endo at centre back. We've had to play Gravenberch at centre back. So we have had injuries. I just think we've been lucky in terms of certain players have stayed fit. The Gravenberches. McAllister a little bit out. He was a little bit out, but not enough. I think if a Gravenberch or something like or Salah was out big, the way like Arsenal losing Saka, I think it would hurt us massively because of who was behind. Case has been on and off, but we expected that with Case. You know, Curtis Jones has been in and out, but he has been for the last few years now. Curtis Jones, he's become injury prone. Jota we know is injury prone. Gomez we know is injury prone. Kanate we know is injury prone. So we can't cry about injuries when we're setting ourselves up for these players to be relied on so much. We have the best 11 right now in the league, with the best 11 right now in the world, but behind that, it's not as amazing as some might want to make out to be. And it absolutely showed on Sunday. I'm just glad I'm glad Slot did rest the players because we need these players tonight. This is where we need these players. And I'm not disrespecting the FA Cup. I wanted to win the FA Cup. We need to win that. We need to win on Sunday, and that is expected in a Liverpool shirt. As Arne Slot said last week in a press conference, he said, "No matter what game you are, when you put that Liverpool shirt on, you are expected to win." And we should have won that Plymouth game, no matter what team we put out. But I think tonight is absolutely huge, and to have this first team and to have these first team players available tonight and not maybe get a knock or an injury on Sunday against Plymouth is absolutely vital. It absolutely is. Tonight we've got a chance to go 9 points clear, guys. 9 points clear, which would pretty much set us not just in the driving seat to go win the Premier League. It would really set us on the path to win the Premier League. Tonight's win is not just on us. It's not just a mentality thing on us. The mental impact it will have on Arsenal alone is huge. They'll be looking tonight and thinking everything can get something here. It's the Merseyside derby. It's the last one at Goodison. They're on form. David Moyes has got them ticking. It's going to be under the lights. It's a game in hand. Arsenal fans will be like looking at this game thinking that's a potential banana skin. That's a potential game for them to drop, just like they did against Bournemouth. Just like we did against Brentford, that was a potential banana skin as well. We got through those games. Forest was one where we did drop points, but Brentford and Bournemouth specifically, those two games were difficult games where likes of Arsenal were looking at us and thinking, here we go. And we put that to bed. And that's exactly what we need to do tonight. We need to do the same. Whether it be 1-0, 2-0, 26-25, I don't care how we win tonight. We need to make sure we get those 3 points tonight and put those doubts back into Arsenal's minds. Because it will filter to the players. They will see if we win tonight, those players will feel it. Those Arsenal players will feel it. Like they seem uncatchable here. No matter what you throw at them, they're uncatchable. Because this season we have had everything thrown at us. We have dropped points. Luckily, Arsenal dropped points at this pretty much same time as us. But tonight could be like an absolute killer for Arsenal if we could get 3 points. Drop tonight, and we've got some difficult games coming up. We have got Man City coming up away. We've got Newcastle at home. We've got Brighton away. We've got some difficult games. We've got Chelsea coming up as well. I think Arsenal got pretty much of an easy run, apart from maybe Forest away. I think they've got. But I think win tonight is absolutely massive for mentality for both teams and for both Liverpool and Arsenal. But again, like I said, if we lose tonight, then it's a different story. A draw's not bad. I think it's all on context, isn't it? I always say this. Some results are good depending on context. If we dominate the game, we'll get a bit unlucky. They got a penalty for nothing or something like that, and we'll get a draw out of it. We'll come back and get a draw. Then a draw is not the worst of results in the end, really. Unless you're looking back at your title races between Liverpool and Man City, where you've got to win every single game. But the Premier League don't really work like that. It's just that was a phenomenon with Man City and Liverpool pretty much winning every game every week near enough and getting 100 points, which is ridiculous. But I think we've got to go into that. I think a draw can be disappointing, but again, in context, it can be seen as a good point. Turns out we bounce back in the game after as well. But yeah, we need to bounce back pretty much immediately for from the weekend. I saw something earlier that Chiesa was in the squad, but he's not on the bench. So I don't know who's put that he's in the squad. Just trying to find it. But anyway, he's not on the bench from what I can see here. Chiesa's not on the bench, and that's the issue with Chiesa, isn't it? This is the problem we have with Chiesa. He's not fully available. When he had the chance at the weekend, he stank. He absolutely stank on Sunday, and I don't want to say that, but he absolutely did, and it's a shame because Chiesa's got absolute talent that not many players have, but the lack of availability is looking right now as a really, really poor signing, although it was cheap. It just, even when he's playing, he needs to be doing a bit more. He has done previously, though. Previously to the game at the weekend, he has been playing all right. But then against Plymouth, like the rest of them, really on the pitch, he had an absolute shocker. So yeah, if you are watching live, if you are watching on YouTube or Twitch, whatever you're watching on, please let me know in your comments. Interact with us at Talk Events. I do like to interact with people at home. This is a channel for you guys. This is a channel for everyone at home. Get your thoughts in, get your comments in. What's your predictions tonight? Are you happy that Arne Slot rested players at the weekend to make sure we get the win tonight? But that's, again, I think we've got to get the win tonight now because we did rest players at the weekend. We've got to go and win there tonight now. We've got to do it because dropping a game after losing to Plymouth could be detriment for, like I said, mentality is huge. But so yeah, so look at the league table currently now. Also, this is our game in hand tonight over Arsenal. So we are currently 6 points clear of Arsenal. Goal difference is pretty much, let's have a look at this, 56, 35 goal difference to 27. So we're 8 goals in front as well. So that's pretty much 7 points ahead of Arsenal if we're going goal difference. A point tonight would obviously put us 8 points clear. 7 points clear, but 8 points if you include goal difference and more goals as well. So it's massive tonight, absolutely massive. Arsenal have certainly got some tricky games in the future, but I think we've got the trickiest running out of both teams. But what we do have Arsenal is the points difference. It is the 6 points. It is the goal difference as well. It is those difference that we have advantage, and it's a big advantage because Arsenal not only relying on us dropping, they've got to keep winning. So we could drop, for example, 2 games. We could drop 2. We could lose 2 in a row. But it doesn't mean anything unless Arsenal win them. It doesn't mean anything. So we would need to drop at least 4, 5, 6 games for them to capitalise on them because they're not going to win every game here. They're not going to win every game. You've got to remember that. If they win every game and we do drop off and they do win the league because they won every game from now on, then fair play to them. Fair play to them. But the odds are, with 14 games left, they're not going to win every game. So we would need to drop at least 5, 6 games. And one of them, again, would be looked at tonight for Arsenal specifically. They'll be looking at it tonight and thinking, this could be one of them. 1 second, just gonna. So yeah, we do have some tricky matches coming up. I'm going to go through who we have got next. So we've got Wolves at the weekend, haven't we? Which is not. We could look at Wolves and think, yeah, we won that, but it's not. It doesn't work like that. I mean, we just about got Wolves. Last time we played them, when we beat them away, we were just about got through them. We got them at home, we should be beating them. But then we've got Aston Villa and Man City away. Newcastle at home, Southampton at home. Obviously, then the Carabao Cup final, then play Everton again. So yeah, tonight's massive just to set us on a good momentum after Sunday. We need that momentum shift again. I know it's a different team completely, different set of players, but the whole club needs to be back into winning ways and back on track to win what we deserve to win, which is the Premier League title. if we keep playing like we do. Wolves at home on the weekend of 16th, which would be Sunday, isn't it? Is that Sunday? 2 o'clock kickoff, yeah, probably Sunday that. So yeah, then we've got Aston Villa, Man City away, which, I mean, no one wants to. I know Man City are absolutely terrible right now, but it's a tricky game where no one wants to play Man City and Aston Villa away, not in a title running. But it is what it is. We've got these games. You've got to play everyone away at home and at home. So that's just the Premier League. You've got to get used to it. We do have the trickiest games of both us and Arsenal on paper. But we know that on football doesn't work on paper. If football worked on paper, Man City would be still top. If football worked on paper, the favourites would just win every week. It doesn't work on paper at all. But yeah, there's no Kiers in tonight's squad. I said, if you're at home, let me know your comments on tonight. What's your predictions? What's your thoughts on the team? It's a very, very strong team. Was Arne Slot right to rest these big players at the weekend to focus on tonight? If we win tonight, then it's an absolute masterstroke. So yeah, Arne Slot has been describe the Merseyside derby in one word: intense. Arne Slot said, and David Moyes says mental. But Arne Slot won't really know, will he, though? But he's probably seen it on TV. But yeah, David Moyes certainly is probably the perfect person to go into a game like this. I wonder how many derbies David Moyes has actually managed in. Yeah, he must have managed a lot of derbies. But like, I think David Moyes going to Everton, it was an absolute game changer for him, and that's we avoided it that windy day when the wind took the game off. I think we avoided Dyche ball. But Liverpool fans, what would you rather, Dyche ball in that windy conditions, or Moyes ball on a Wednesday night? Let me know in the comments. What would you rather? Because Dyche ball wasn't really working, was it? Moyes had come in and started to get things ticking. And on a Wednesday night, in the middle of a Champions League week, it's not an ideal game, but Liverpool have not had ideal games all season, and we've come as victorious, haven't we? So I want really, I really want to know your comments on that about Dyche ball and Moyes ball. It's an interesting one. So yeah, the news that came out today. I don't know if anyone's caught up on the news about Núñez and Trent Alexander-Arnold. That will be coming out tomorrow. I'm going to do a video on that about the news about Trent Alexander-Arnold and Real Madrid. The news kept coming out earlier, and Darwin Núñez and Saudi Arabia, and potentially him going in the summer, and how Liverpool view Darwin Núñez right now. So I will be getting that news out tomorrow, hopefully. So let us know what your thoughts are on that as well in the comments. But yeah, I'm just waiting for a little update on Keita. Nothing's been said about Keita, whether he's been rested or just simply injured or whatever. So yeah, this is what Arne Slot spoke about on Everton. Of course, I asked him. So he did ask John Eitinga. Obviously, Eitinga is our backup coach for Arne Slot, and obviously Everton defender for a while. So he did ask Eitinga how the Merseyside derby experience is. And I think both teams experienced it the same. Like every player around the world, like I have experienced the derby that I have. So he has been in big derbies, so it's nothing much different. Those are such important games for everyone that is involved in both clubs. And yes, he worked with David Moyes, so yes, he knows how he wants to play. Does that give Liverpool a big advantage, by the way? Heitinga working under David Moyes as a player. He knows how David Moyes plays. Maybe David Moyes if you watch David Moyes, he's not as defensive as he used to be. He has tweaked it a little bit. He's one of those managers that can tweak things. That's why I think he works in modern day football as well, because there's a lot of managers that won't work now, and that hasn't worked. Mourinho struggles. To come. He has one style of play, and I think Moyes is smart enough and is tactical enough to change things up, and he has done. He did it at West Ham. West Ham played some good football. They went and got and win the European Cup. He's a very, very good manager. And you don't just stay a good manager for that long if you are willing to tweak things. So it might be an advantage for Liverpool that I think has played under him. But it might be a throw off it might be a throw. If it might be something like, oh, he played that way under me, that means he's going to play the same way. That's not the case. And I hope Arne Slot doesn't set up like that. I hope he thinks in the mind and thinking, yeah, he will do. Arne Slot's a smart guy. He's one of the smartest managers around from what I'm seeing, and most tactical managers. So he will really look more at David Moyes now. He'll look at David Moyes at West Ham, he'll look at David Moyes in Everton in previous games, more so than what he's been told by Eitinga. But obviously, Eitinga being there, why not ask him? Why not get a little bit of insight? So it's clear how Dia wants to play the team, and there's something positive for a manager. If you just look at this team, it doesn't matter which shirts they wear, and just say, this is David Moyes' team, this is Pep Guardiola team. And this is something he's always brings, and that is a great accomplishment, because that is not done by every manager. You know what you get when you get David Moyes, and that is mostly success. He's got very, very kind words, very, very good word for David Moyes, and rightly so, because David Moyes is a sensational manager. And like I said, if you've been that long and been with other teams and different teams throughout different modern games, different styles of the 90s, different styles of the 2000s, and if he's been through it all, you've got to be an incredible manager to keep adjusting. You've got to keep adjusting and keep adjusting. And so, there isn't anything else about on Chiesa. I've not seen anything. I saw something about Chiesa earlier, but he said he was in the squad for some reason, but he's not in the squad. He's not in the squad at all. So Arne Slot has been speaking about his last few games. For me, it doesn't feel like we lost 4 games this season. It feels like we've lost 2. PSV, there was nothing at stake. Tottenham was a 2 legs. The one that hurts the most is Plymouth. I saw someone mention it the other day, actually. Imagine if Slot was to go on to win. I can't think who asked it. I was watching something earlier. Someone asked if Arne Slot went to one on the League Cup, Champions League, FA Cup, would he be the Plymouth match? And they all said no. Why would he? He's won 3 trophies. Knowing Arne Slot. Now he's mentioned that as well. He still goes about Nottingham Forest lose to Nottingham Forest. But yeah, knowing that this one that hurts the most is Plymouth, he'll be knowing how like demanding he is, and how like a bit like a perfectionist. If we went on to win 3 trophies, the League Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Champions League, and the Premier League, Arne Slot would be that FA Cup game against Plymouth will keep him up at least 2 nights. It'll keep him up at least 2 nights. Is that kind of manager? He's absolutely hilarious, but I love the standards that he's setting. It's a standard. And some fans in this fan base don't have that standard. It's madness. They're like, it don't matter, we lost to Plymouth. All right. We've got bigger fish to fry. We're talking like fucking Robbie Lyle. We've got bigger fish to fry. Losing a game under Liverpool, especially against Plymouth, when we had the team that we did out, is not good enough. And Slot said that the other day. And Slot now say like the one that hurts the most is Plymouth. It still hurts him, and it will hurt him for a while. Especially if you don't bounce back tonight, it will hurt him. He's got standards. He's got a big goals and big ambitions, and that's what the manager of Liverpool Football Club should have, and that's what the players should have. And I'm glad they have it. I'm glad Slot has the standards. I'm glad the players have these standards. Because if they had the standards of some of these fans, then we would be bottom half. We would be bottom half. Because to be the best, you've got to have the best mentality. You've got to have the best push and the best ambition behind you. With Arne Slot is the perfect manager for me. It's the perfect manager. He's not only tactically there, but mentally and standard-wise, he's like on it. He's on it. And he won't let, yes, he'll say, look, yeah, about Plymouth, but he won't let that Plymouth game get into tonight. I'm hoping he doesn't anyway, but I don't think he will. He'll say, look, hang on a second. We lost against Plymouth. We fucking bounce back tonight. We do it tonight. We need to get a win tonight. We need to go 9 points away. Let's go win this league. Let's go make it 20 titles. Because these fans deserve it. And that's what I'm expecting tonight from Liverpool. A serious bounce back. I'm expecting come on. This is the Merseyside derby. It's not just any Merseyside derby. It's the last Merseyside derby at Goodison. We prove a point. We make a statement tonight. We bounce back immediately from that. We make sure we forget about that game. That's nothing now. We go win this league. Because I think at this stage now, how clear we are, 6 points clear, potentially 9 points clear tonight for a win, I think we've got to go win this league. We've got to go win this league. And if we don't win this league from this point, it is a massive failure. It really is. It really is. And I think Arne Slot will get that across. And Van Dijk has the same thing as well. When journalists speak to Van Dijk after games, it's like, we've got to go again. We know, and you see him on the pitch rallying everyone. Like, he knows how important this is. He knows how big these games are. He knows how every single game is like a final, and he knows that. And he's feeling. He must feel that this is a chance now to win this league in front of these fans, and he feels it. You can tell the way Van Dijk is throughout the game. You can tell how he is with the players. You can tell how he is with the fans, and he can feel it. And he's perfect captain right now to push this team on. And like I said, Arne Slot's standards as well is fully engraved into the players, and it's showing the mentality that we've seen this season, a different mentality shift. I think we'll be incredible mentally. No matter what's thrown at us, we get the job done, and it's a big obstacle tonight. Big obstacle tonight in David Moyes and a Wednesday night game against Everton away in the Merseyside derby, the last Merseyside derby at Goodison. So yeah, my predictions tonight. My predictions tonight. I think it will be a tricky game. I think we'll come out of it as 2-1 winners. I think we'll win 2-1. We've just got too much for Everton. Everton are on form. David Moyes, I've got them ticking, but I think we've just got a bit too much for Everton. Too much class, too much talent going forward, especially. And I think we'll beat them 2-1. But yeah, let me know your comments in the chat. Let me know your predictions. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Are you excited about the Premier League title coming back to Anfield and making it 20 alongside Man United? Thank you for watching. Make sure you do like this video, subscribe to the channel. It would help us massively, liking the video, absolutely massively. It just helps us grow the channel much better. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and get your notification bells on as well, so we get content out every single day. Like I said, news in the morning as well. Hopefully a news section in the morning about the Núñez and Trent news as well. But yeah, let's enjoy tonight. Let's enjoy the last Merseyside derby at Goodison, and hopefully we can